Recently, India made its first ever payment in rupees for crude oil purchase from the United Arab Emirates, signaling a strategic push to promote the local currency globally. The move is part of India's broader efforts to diversify oil suppliers, cut transaction costs, and establish the rupee as a viable settlement currency. This initiative aligns with the Reserve Bank of India's move, allowing importers to pay in rupees and exporters to receive payments in the local currency. Key highlights: India has agreed to settle 1 million barrels of crude oil from Abu Dhabi National Oil Company in Indian rupees. And some Russian oil imports have also been settled in rupees. It proved advantageous during the ramp-up of Russian oil imports, saving billions of dollars. With over 85% of its oil needs reliant on imports, India has adopted a multifaceted strategy, emphasizing sourcing from the most cost-effective suppliers, diversifying supply sources, and adhering to international obligations. India aims to explore trade settlements in rupees rather than dollars, to streamline transactions by eliminating currency conversions. There has been success in non-oil trade settlements with specific countries. Oil exporters overall have hesitated to embrace the rupee, expressing concerns about fund repatriation and high transactional costs. According to the Oil Ministry, the Indian rupee has not garnered significant international interest in payments due to concerns over fund repatriation and high transactional costs among suppliers. In the financial year 2022-23, April 2022 to March 2023, India spent $157 billion on importing 232.7 million tons of crude oil. Key suppliers included Iraq, Saudi Arabia, Russia, and the UAE, with West Asia contributing 58% of all supplies. The domestic supply meets less than 15% of the demand. About internationalization of rupees. Internationalization is a process that involves the use of a currency for more and more cross-border transactions. For the rupee, it means that more and more international payments start taking place in the Indian currency. This involves promoting the rupee for current account transactions and foreign trade. These transactions will have to take place between resident and non-resident Indians. Internationalization of rupees requires a further opening up of the currency settlement and a strong currency swap and forex market. Advantages of internationalization of the rupee. The use of the rupee in cross-border transactions mitigates currency risk for Indian businesses. Protection from currency volatility not only reduces the cost of doing business, it also enables better growth of business, improving the chances for Indian businesses to grow globally. While reserves help manage exchange rate volatility and project external stability, they impose a cost on the economy. Internationalization of the rupee reduces the need for holding foreign exchange reserves. By internationalizing the rupee, the Indian economy could be less affected by global monetary shocks, as it would reduce the need for large-scale dollar payments. As the use of the rupee becomes significant, the bargaining power of Indian businesses would improve, adding weight to the Indian economy and enhancing India's global stature and respect. Disadvantages of internationalization of the rupee. The increased trade of the rupee could increase its vulnerability to global financial market fluctuations, making it more challenging for businesses and investors to plan their financial activities. Wider trade of the rupee could reduce the Reserve Bank of India's control over its value, potentially making it harder to manage inflation and other macroeconomic variables. Foreign investors' increased holding of the rupee could potentially lead to sudden capital withdrawal from India, potentially causing a depreciation of the currency and a financial crisis. The rupee's increased integration with global financial markets could increase its vulnerability to external shocks, potentially causing economic instability in India. Currently, the US dollar, the euro, the Japanese yen, and the pound sterling are the leading reserve currencies in the world. China is also trying to make its currency, the renminbi, more international, but has had limited success so far. Taking into account the merits and demerits, the internationalization of rupees requires a further opening up of the currency settlement and a strong currency swap and forex market. It would also require full convertibility of the currency and a restriction-free cross-border transfer of funds. India only allows full convertibility on current accounts as of now. To make the rupee more international, it will also have to be opened for capital accounts.